You're listening to the Mobcast Network.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life, a look at news, reviews, and other happenings from a galaxy far, far away. Here are your hosts, Scotty and JD.
Welcome to My Star Wars Life. I get no fanfare. At least at Cult Movie Canteen, the girls are going to be like something. Y'all just like...
Well, I was kind of waiting to see where you'd go.
Like we always go. It's not. I know you've not been here in a month. I mean, this is your first visit for season 3.
That is true.
true.
Yeah.
I'm your Native American pop culture spirit guide, Scotty, and I'm joined by, as always, our Jedi Master,
JD.
And the man who puts man into Mendos.
That's me. That's me.
Kohos himself.
I'm back, baby.
Actually, the seat.
Look at this.
I'm back, baby. Back in the old saddle.
And if
fits like a glove.
Back in your fitting glove.
My
like
fitting
a
glove.
mattress.
It's like a mattress. You lay into it. It's comfortable.
Cuddling up to
Cuddling
JD.
up to JD.
Mm-hmm. But you put him so far away.
But you can still touch, right?
Heart, distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Or fungus, according to the Bare Naked Ladies.
That too.
If he will switch over to his pretty self, we got a Padawan
His braid needs work.
and Bubba. We have an audience member.
Yeah.
There's Bubba. Bubba's a fan of the show. He listens to us on a tractor,
Well, I don't think, like, in a tractor.
like in a tractor.
Right. Like, I don't think that, like, the tractor isn't the thing playing our podcast.
I don't
it's
know.
not like Podbean
I don't know
tractor
how
version.
I don't know how tractors work.
Could be.
Do you think I've been on a
Tractors
tractor?
worked on sound.
I mean,
It's-
we could
it's
ask
that,
them. We could just ask them.
That cartoon from
Why?
the
Why
80s.
would we want to do that?
It's just Soundwave? What?
No,
I mean-
the cartoon from the 80s where the kids became their live action and they're like, now we're a cartoon, and they go into music land.
That Kid Video.
Kid video, thank you.
See,
They got sucked into the Blipverse
Yeah, that's right.
by
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Next Blaster.
so did he run Bartertown?
No, different Master Blaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kid
He was
Video.
a regular
Kid Video
guy.
was the bomb.
Okay.
I could do a Kid Video podcast right now. I can't remember.
I can't even tell you one thing aside from they're a shitty band in the beginning.
Right, and they're still a shitty band in space or wherever, or limbo,
Wherever
where
they
they
are.
outlived the Blipverse.
I missed this one.
And it was on NBC. It was usually the last cartoon they show
Yeah.
in the run.
Yeah.
And it was
It was
their
like the 10:30 slot.
right, and there was their attempt to entice the MTV generation. So it was part cartoon. They would show videos, popular videos of the day, and then the show always ended with their fake band doing a song at the end of it, like live action.
You know what my favorite fake cartoon band was?
What's that?
Bionic 6.
Bionic 6.
That was planned, yeah. Perfectly done.
Look at that.
They're back in
Boom, boom.
That's a little taste of
But before we get into Star Wars, because I want to talk about this now, because this is really more interesting. What is your favorite 80s cartoon theme song?
It's G.I. Joe the movie. And it's the Cobra.
I got you.
Dashing through
the
the
night.
evil taking flight.
Cobra. That's pretty
But
good.
specifically from the movie.
You're right, I got you.
Yeah.
That I think was pretty much the budget of the entire film. And
That
the rest,
was the entire movie.
and
Yeah.
It's great. But I love that movie. We should do it on the Catacombs.
All in.
How about you?
Probably the Gummy Bears theme song.
Oh, bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Everywhere.
Nice.
Grand adventure that's beyond compare.
Right.
Yep.
I
Because
mean,
They are the gummy bears.
They are the That's a good one. Mine is, which I can't remember it, but mine is Jason the Wheel Warriors.
Oh, wow. I haven't heard that. If I hear it, I can pick it out.
Yeah, I like.
But I can't sing it.
Right.
It's one of the
See,
few
I
I
pegged
can't
you
sing.
for a gem.
Jim's up there.
Okay.
You know, my number 2 is pole position. Do you remember
Pole
that show?
position. Something, something, something.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
And they had
whatever.
the flying cars.
Cars, right,
it
yeah.
was-
I don't know why I remember this stuff. Like guys, I can't do math, but I can
with you
do
on
this stuff.
How do I know 80s cartoon theme songs but barely run a business?
Right? I can, yeah.
Figure it out.
So you know what? I blew the wife's mind the other day
Yeah, bet you did.
with this bit of.
He went on his own trench run.
I'm
It's
telling
away.
Nah, I just impacted the surface.
Prematurely.
Red 2 never had a shot. Come on.
Always when I take a sip. Like a devious,
I'm not going to be like,
man.
there was no Red 12. Anyway, purple average on its way.
Good grief.
It's a great shot, kid. That's 1 in a million. I don't know, but I'm just making Trish Run sex jokes for the rest of the show.
80s, 90s stuff, right? I think this might be early 90s, ladies. When did Tom's Diner come out?
It
was like 90, 91.
No, twice. It's come out twice. Susan Vega's original version is probably 88 or 89, and then they did a remix of it in like 92.
Okay.
So.
Well, I think it was the 92 because I remember in high school that song. You ever get an earworm that refuses to leave?
Yeah,
right.
Okay. That earworm refused to leave me for weeks.
I am sitting in the diner
Damn it.
with
And
my
now
hand
it's-
in
and
my
now
vagina.
you're all infected.
and
You're
I-
welcome. So I
like the
found a
ring.
way to purge it from my brain. I memorized 2 commercials jingles. I would say them back to back, and they were both for cereal.
And so it was your way to ward off
and so
Susan
I
Vega.
would say them back to back, and Tom's Diner was gone.
Right.
So I did them both for the wife, and she was like, okay. And then I found them on YouTube, still word for word.
So what are they?
So it was Berry Berry Kicks. Why does that berry flavor?
Oh my
berry,
God!
berry
I haven't
kicks
heard that in a
taste so berry big. Because that big berry flavor in every crispy little bite makes the berry flavor taste so very good.
God.
Right? And double checks. Remember double checks?
No.
I love double checks. Checks better than the rest. Corn, rice, sweet, crunch, double, crisp, bite, munch. And any song that gets stuck in my head, gone. And those don't stay.
Right.
Pro tip.
So there you go.
Learn.
JD's
Yep,
pro tip.
there you go.
Just got to learn.
The tip from the master.
92 commercials that were out for 4 months.
That's it.
That's what she said.
Why?
I said tip from the master, and I'll let you pause because I was getting to my joke because no one else was going to say it. So
Okay.
I was.
I'm rewatching The Office currently. It's
Never-
more offensive the 5th time around. Like you pick up on nuances. Like
I can't get
this
through
is
the first season.
Wow, it is. It just gets more and more offensive as you go, and you're like,
I-
"Wow, this
Yeah.
is an offensive show."
I watched the show and I was like, I don't like any of these characters.
I really like Jim. Jim
Yeah.
cracked me
And
up.
it's like it's not like I don't like any of these characters like it's in Always Sunny Philadelphia because that's the point.
Yeah.
Well, so what
But
I
see,
discovered,
that it went opposite on me. Like I
Yeah.
hate Always Sunny.
So
I can't get into it. I can't.
It's so funny.
Can't get into it.
So what I
First few
discovered
seasons are funny, then it gets weird.
like what I really appreciate about The Office is yes, one-liners funny, small arcs funny. I think where the writers were brilliant was the payoff of the relationships at the end. The way Jim and Dwight,
Oh yeah.
their whole entire arc to the entire series, they did I think perfectly.
Yeah, they become actual friends by
Right.
the end.
Right, like best
Doesn't he name his
almost
kid after him or something? Doesn't
no,
Don't Dwight name a kid?
no,
I thought so.
no. But like
It's been a while.
yeah, just even to the last episode was just. I thought that was great. I thought that was good writing.
All right.
And I actually like Robert California, so it's all fine.
That's
with me.
that's a shitty character right there.
Loved how shitty that.
I mean,
guy
but
is.
he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm not like saying he's written shitty. I'm like
It's,
he is a
it's,
bad person.
What is his name? It's
James Spader.
James Spader. He's great in the show, and so is Idris Elba.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not like Will Ferrell's little run.
I like Craig Robinson's in it. I love Craig Robinson.
Craig Robinson's great.
He gets better.
Right, but he's funny anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like
He's his best for me in anything he's ever done is as Doug Judy in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
oh my
I don't
favorite.
know that movie of him with where they're the pot movie where he's an assassin.
Oh, that's good too. My favorite Craig Robinson role is when he's the DJ for In the Goods.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh my God, The Goods is great.
Yeah.
It's Jeremy Piven and
Oh, is Car Salesman?
yeah, the car salesman.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
That
I've
is
never
a-
seen it, but I
that
heard it
is-
was good. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
very good movie.
Yeah.
it's he plays DJ Request and he takes no requests the whole entire thing. It's the funniest. And he's like he doesn't leave like when they're going home. He's like I got nowhere to go. And so it's funny. It's great. It's a good movie.
I'll peep it.
Catherine Hahn's in it, and let's see.
I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it in a
10
while.
years, probably.
Yeah, but it's really good.
10? 10 years. 10 years.
Should we talk Star Wars or just
Yeah,
do
that's
this?
a Kevin Spacey. I mean, that's not Kevin Spacey. That's a Jeremy Piven reference. First point blank.
I don't know.
First time I saw Jeremy Piven
Because every
was
time he sees him, 10.
Yeah.
That's another good.
One Crazy Summer. It was the first time I saw
Oh,
Jeremy
yeah, it's
Piven.
fantastic. But that's because they were buddies.
Right.
Him and Cusack.
Yeah, him and Cusack were buddies. I love that movie. Star Wars stuff. This is a Star Wars podcast, right?
No, as I called it when I shared yesterday's. Welcome to Off the Rails, also known as my Star Wars.
Wars Life is true. We are off the rails. There's a couple of things. There's a couple of things I want to touch on Star Wars wise. One of them is Marcia Lucas.
Oh, yeah, this is incredible.
Who's we?
They're gone.
I'm so confused.
All right, so
Yeah.
there's people walking by saying, "JD, they're leaving." He's like, "Okay, we're leaving." Weird.
I think that was Sunny.
Sunny. So Marcia Lucas has come out of her hole and decided to attack Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, I loved it. You know
Well,
why I loved it?
She decided to attack Star Wars in general.
Right.
Only.
Well, the
only-
prequels.
Huh?
The prequels too.
Yeah, see, he's
Yeah, but not as much.
No, she said she cried after the Phantom Menace.
don't. Marcia Lucas is George Lucas's ex-wife. She edited A New Hope, won an Oscar for editing
Oh.
New Hope.
Yeah.
So she knows a thing or two.
Okay.
And so she's been very quiet and kind of respectful for years. And then, I don't know, someone dug her out of her hole. And, I mean, literally, I don't mean disrespect, but it seemed like what they did was like, let's poke the demon and see what we
Right.
get.
No, she was doing an interview for
who wants it?
no, but it was
She was
related to-
she had written a book
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
Yeah, it was like a press junket,
Right.
and then it wasn't about that at all.
No,
and
it
then
turned
they
it-
asked her,
yeah.
and then she suddenly went off on The Last Jedi, the movie that I can't fucking stand.
I'm surprised you even remember those 3 words in that order.
No, I'm really mad about it again.
Mad about it again.
Every time I
You
even
wanna pull your
think-
knives out
every time
about
I
it?
come, listen. No.
Are we gonna
Hey,
attack?
wait,
are we
wait.
gonna attack the block?
Wait.
No.
This seems familiar. Are we doing a looper?
No. I hate you all. You can all suck my Johnson.
Hey, you know what? At least we're
Ryan.
safe in this brick.
Oh my God, I hate you.
My walls are brick. It's nice.
She attacked that. It's what she went after it pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
She went after
Yeah.
the whole trilogy, but she specifically went back into the same problem every Star Wars fan's ever had. She kind of played to the audience a little bit. in
Oh
my
yeah,
opinion.
I think
Yeah.
so too. She gave the toxic side ammo.
Hell yeah.
So
But I'm okay with it because I can't.
I don't entirely disagree with her opinion. So I mean,
I think she's got probably a good understanding of the storytelling process. I think most of her stuff, I read it not as very angry. I read it more as very almost critical, like in the sense of film
Right.
critic.
Okay, yeah.
And her approach that I thought was really interesting was a lot of it was just story development notes.
Right.
She was attacking it from like, this doesn't even make story developments. And if you really look at it from what she worked on, even because she consulted on Empire, I think.
right. And she was like,
Yeah.
because the
And Jedi.
I think she worked. No,
I
she,
think no,
she was
Jedi
out,
was
she was
the-
out before. She was
yeah.
out
Okay.
because they had
Yeah.
split up. Because by Jedi, Luke, they adopted some kids by Jedi, and he was dating Linda Ronstadt by then.
So weird. George Lucas's love life bizarre.
Yep.
So she could be a little bitter too, right?
Right.
And even the prequels aren't great storytelling. Prequels are not great
Yeah.
storytelling, in my opinion. From
I nearly killed Caleb last week when I said I prefer the Attack of the Clones to Last Jedi, and so
Oh, I 100% agree. Circle gets a
I
square.
mean,
There it is.
Jim J.
That
Bullock!
was, how many
I mean, you-
minutes in?
you know, I don't care. You have your right to your opinion.
Oh, look at him playing that card.
no
Last
matter
week
how
he was
wrong
kind of
it
like
is.
he changed the camera and gave me like the staring Southern look, and so I was just like, the what?
At the end of the day, though, that is how I really feel, though.
look,
I'll mess with
look
you.
look at it.
I like to mess with you.
You know what? I used
Drew's
to
not
watch.
gonna, like,
I used to watch
remember.
Regis and Kathy Lee in the morning. Did you ever watch it? You ever watch it?
I'm not a 6-year-old half-wife.
No,
Well,
I
was.
watched
And
Regis
they
and
would,
Kelly.
I think
Not
his name was Guilt something, and they would cut away to their
Oh, yeah.
producer.
Right.
Ding!
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Yeah, that's how his
Yeah.
Padawan is.
It wasn't Gil. God, what was it?
Something.
It was a weird name.
Starts with a G. I remember that.
All right. Continue.
Gaylord.
No.
It's not. Yeah, all I could think about is Guilfoyle from
Gilbert Gottfried.
Canceled.
Continue the joke.
No, there was no joke.
oh,
The only joke is
I was trying.
Last
Last
Jedi.
Jedi.
where I was going. Any chance I get to tear it down.
It's not hard.
yeah,
but,
I was looking it up too.
yeah, but yeah, show
Michael Gelman.
Gelman.
There you go. Gelman.
But yeah, so she went after her pretty hard, and
She started up though.
yeah,
I mean, that's like stepping on a ground hornet's nest.
Yeah.
Stirred it
and
up.
For me personally, I don't mind that she feels that way. What I don't like is that now the toxic side is using that as their like, see, she doesn't like it, so we are right.
Phantom Menace isn't Phantom no more.
Yeah.
right.
Which there is no right and wrong. There's just you don't like it or you did.
no. Okay.
Because you cannot say that a film is objectively perfect or not perfect.
That's
no,
fair.
no, you can't, because you can set up parameters for that. I mean, you can't arbitrarily say one is better than the other without parameters, but
Yeah.
we definitely can set up parameters.
Well, in filmmaking, this is the argument I've always had. So in filmmaking, you establish a set of rules within the first chunk of time in a movie,
your
right?
first
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
Normally in the first act, right? So if you've had 7 movies that have established a very certain principle, and then suddenly in the 8th piece of shite, you introduce a whole new idea, which is fuel, there's a huge issue. Right, and to me that starts a derailing measure that just goes beyond that. If you've had a character whose entire arc, including the prequels, is about this,
Right.
showing his father turn suddenly not give a shit about the very things he risked everything for. That's what I'm saying is the bigger issues from a storytelling standpoint. They establish certain lines, and my issue with Ryan is that he went into it, and I'll never let it go. And he went into it and just threw all that away. Well, that's not just that. That's a fu to the entire group of people that were part of those 6 movies, which is hundreds of human beings and thoughts and emotions, and he just threw them away just to shock people.
My issues are more subtle, but like, why just in entertainment? Why do you find a 90-minute star chase interesting? It's like watching the OJ trial, like the OJ thing. It was so.
But if it were a TV movie, it works
I don't think I'd be interested in it
because it's a single set piece. Technically.
Yeah, okay, right, but okay, it's affordable. There's that.
But if it were bad Star Wars, like I'm talking about, remember the old days?
Yeah.
when we had the bad Star Wars. Yeah, I'm talking about the Ewok movies. That was the
Right.
the bad Star Wars era.
Battle for Endor is good.
Oh boy.
I like Battle for Endor. I don't mind Caravan of Courage either.
That's where I draw the line.
It's like I like the sequel. The sequel's better.
Anyway, that era, it would have made sense. It felt like a TV movie.
It's
to
just
me.
it's like
which is
it's.
bad.
I kept going. I was like, oh, so they're just gonna chase them, and that's the movie, and then they're going to a casino planet because reasons, and it just like, and then they're gonna like, we're gonna put Benicio del Toro in a stuttering role because reasons.
So what I think is really interesting that I think Disney's working hard, and you can segue this. I'm going to tee you up if you want to run with it. That what they've been working very hard to do is separate themselves from some of this. If you look at the prequel and the original trilogy, they have all aged well, right? The original trilogy being a classic, so it just gets passed.
That's why
But
we
even
call it
the
the Holy One.
prequels have aged well.
Yeah, they are. They have.
The new trilogy is going the opposite direction. The more I think about
But
it, I had no problem with Force Awakens. I had no
But, okay.
problem with.
However, here's where I will defend that. We don't have enough time between the sequel trilogy to let it simmer, and so
That's fair.
like we hated the prequels until recently. Let's be honest. The prequels were not our favorite thing until recently. And honestly, it took Dave Filoni to talk me through the prequels. He was like, I don't know, Dave. And Dave's like, no, trust me. And I'm like, okay, Dave.
This feels weird to say based on the age-old joke, but what's this we?
As the general we.
No, but I'm saying
The royal-
I never hated the prequels.
Right. I mean,
I'm just saying,
I liked.
I grew
didn't
up with
hate
them.
it.
I
and-
felt,
Right.
I felt about the prequels the way I felt about the sequels. I got new Star Wars.
Right.
I'm happy. Certain things I wasn't
Okay,
excited
fair.
about. But I remember coming out of Phantom Menace excited. My buddy was like, "That sucked. What was that?" And I was like, "But the duel.
Yeah, it
and
was the
all
greatest
new stuff. We got new
Still the greatest
Star
lightsaber duel.
Wars.
Right.
Right. Like we got new Star Wars, and that's how I look at it because the movies are made for the same age every time.
Right.
They're made for kids.
Mhm.
Like they're not supposed to age with us. I still am able to go, I'm 12. I got a new Star Wars.
But this is where I contend the difference. I think Abrams did it in Force Awakens. He maintained that same audience, even though it was PG-13.
Yeah.
He maintained that same audience, and then from that point forward, whoever, and I don't know what Trevor. It sounds like Colin Trevorroff's script. We talked about it before.
Yeah, we
would
talked
have
about it.
maintained that same level of it.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi was way more heavy adult themed, and so was forced into it. Force Awakens was, or
Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker
Yeah.
was the same thing, where there was much more heavier themes that left the kid part of it,
Yeah.
which I think is also what hurt so many of us watching it.
But
that
I
got
think
it
that
toxic about it.
it can still be for kids while having heavier themes, because we can look at, if we're going to go to the prequels, we could look at Revenge of the Sith. Think of all the heavy
Oh, I agree.
themes there.
Oh,
We just go to Dark Crystal.
Or even
No,
Empire.
no,
even
no,
Empire.
No, we'll stick with the prequels. Let's go Phantom Menace. The crux of Phantom Menace is a trade dispute.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
No, I
kids,
get it.
kids are really into trade disputes.
But they balance it out with everybody's
With-
once hated character, Jar Jar.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
kids love him.
I love Jar Jar.
Yeah.
My
I
kids
mean-
have no issue with Jar Jar
I
whatsoever.
have,
They
a,
think
I have a full swing on Jar Jar.
they laugh. They absolutely
Aftermath
get it.
turned me into Jar. Like I was kind of indifferent on Jar Jar. Then what they did to him in Aftermath really upset me.
Yeah.
It's dumb what they did to him in Aftermath.
It's sad.
It is, yes, and undeserved. And it was a writer like, this is going to be a fun joke, and that's what they did.
But I also
We've talked about it before.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you don't think it's deserved? It's caused the fall of the galaxy?
Did he?
Yeah. He was
Unknow-
tricked into...
unknowingly.
He was
Yeah, but
tricked.
so was- he was
So
tricked.
was so many other people.
People.
though.
Yeah,
he was tricked into calling for the vote. I mean, that's literally his fault. Because
the Clone Wars wouldn't
he
have happened
did it
without
on
him.
purpose.
Oh,
Because-
no.
Oh, no.
I thought this was
no.
gone. I thought this ended in season 2.
Never.
That joke ended in season 2.
You think, and we think Jim J. Bullock is gone, but he's
No, no.
not.
Jim J. Bullock is life.
Neither is
He lives
Darth
forever.
Plagueis the Jar Jar.
Jim J.
I'm
Bullock
hoping
died.
one day he gets on Cameo so I can put him on this on a video. For
Jim
us.
J. Bullock was killed by Darth Plagueis, Jar Jar Plagueis, and then he let himself die.
Right.
But he force ghost
He's a Force
Yeah,
Ghost
he's
now.
a Force
He
Ghost.
lives
Living
on.
in Malibu. He's
In Malibu.
in Malibu playing
Because he's alive, folks.
playing Hollywood Squares.
My God, if he shows up on Cameo, it's just going to be a lot of money.
What if we just try to get him for the next con?
You don't even know.
Let's talk about.
Think he'll do a TikTok with me?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Can we
Yes.
do can I be like, circle gets the square? And he's like, bitch, that's my line.
100%. If he slaps you, I'm even more into it.
I'm into it too. I'd be like, can I buy an eye? The one out of your name? I don't
Wrong show.
know. Go on.
So moving on from toxic Star Wars, we got new Star Wars because we got new.
We
Star-
did. We got
We got-
Yep.
So we got Caleb's gonna have to walk us through this because he that's why we have a producer. So
Right.
once I got a producer, it's like I don't have to think anymore. I have a producer to do that for me. So we got Star Wars Visions, which is we talked about last week. It is a Lucasfilm commissioned a bunch of anime companies in Japan to do Star Wars shorts. They released them all on one day. I have not watched them all because life, but I've watched
Right.
most of them.
As have I.
So, before you jump into all of
Yeah.
it, does anybody know the history of Star Wars in Japan? Because typically, Star Wars overseas has not performed very well.
Star Wars in Japan is bigger than it is, like, say, in China.
Right.
They've
It
been-
bombs in
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, they're having a real tough time getting Star Wars to jumpstart in China.
Yeah. And a lot of movies from America tend to bomb in
I've
China.
already been-
yeah.
I did all that.
Yeah.
I had to do the whole book
Uh,
of things that can't be in a movie.
Yeah.
ironically,
It's a
though,
book.
or
Ever.
weirdly,
Yeah,
not
they're allowed
ironically,
to be in
weirdly.
certain things.
If you want to put them in China,
Right.
If you don't care
No,
about,
even if you're,
Yeah.
I wrote a movie for China. I got hired,
Oh.
commissioned
Did you?
a script for China, and there's a book that comes that you have to read or have translated so that you understand what not to put in a Chinese movie.
I didn't
Yeah.
know
Because it's
that.
so opposite of what
Yeah.
we think.
I mean,
are okay.
first of all, that's awesome.
yeah, they
like-
never finished paying me, but that's right. I got half. I'll take half.
Why will people not pay you? Like, this is the second time today I've heard of somebody not paying you for work.
Welcome to the industry.
So I'm a game store worker.
That's why I own a toy store.
Don't own a business unless you own the business.
But China's got money.
Not anymore. I mean, they do. But
take
they
it?
Yeah.
pulled it, they
I mean-
pulled it back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're not putting out money anymore.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, Warcraft did
Yeah.
really, really well
It's
in
the
China.
high,
Yep.
one of the highest.
Highest
grossing
movie.
films.
I wish it did better here.
No, the reason why is because in Warcraft, it being CG is one thing, but the other side of it, it didn't have humans attacking humans, which is a rule
Yeah.
in China. It's so weird. If it's historical, it's legal. You can't do it in fantasy or sci-fi, so they had to make it where humans were fighting orcs or whatever it was.
What
Is that
about
right?
historical sci-fi?
Maybe.
Like a long time ago. Like, boom, it's a long time ago. This can't happen now, but in a galaxy far, far away,
No.
A long
no,
time
Star Wars
ago.
is allowed.
Yeah,
right?
Star Wars
They
is
let
allowed.
Star Wars
Yeah.
through. They just censor it,
Yeah.
and they cut John Boyega out of all the posters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, a bit.
If y'all only knew, I can't go into that conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think we have an high enough MPA rating.
No, it's not that. It's just when you the conversations I've been unfortunately parts of, when it comes down to casting, it's just really, and it's a very unfortunate conversation. It's real, and it
Yeah.
doesn't matter how much you fight, you lose
Wow.
because the pre-sales dictate. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
because
Gotcha.
It's very
China
depressing
gives more money than the U.S. now when it comes to box office.
in many cases.
Okay.
But
So
but
Visions. I didn't mean to sidetrack.
no,
but
no,
so
no,
yeah.
it's true. No.
The reason I thought it was interesting is because I always thought, from my understanding, that it's culturally, it's not as popular as it is.
So, right, but
But clearly, having watched
Yeah.
it, it's the samurai influence that Lucas admits to
right,
taking
yeah.
is very much all the way through in the Jedi side.
Well, even in like if you remember the gallery episode of The Mandalorian, Bryce Dallas Howard talks about being a little girl and
Kurosawa films.
you know, but going over to Japan with her dad Ron Howard,
Yeah.
so talking to Kurosawa, George Lucas, and she's like, I fell asleep during the conversation, but I'm there, and like to be a fly in that conversation.
Oh,
and
I
that
can't even.
regard.
Right.
So
I can't even imagine.
So, Star Wars. I mean, Japan loves American pop culture.
Right.
It's a thing for them,
yeah.
And vice
And-
versa.
and
Yeah.
vice versa. We love anime.
We've caught back
We've
up.
caught back up with the love of the anime. So it was an easy marriage.
Oh, I agree. I totally
This
agree.
is so-
I just thought it was a fascinating. I thought it was a fascinating marketing choice.
Right. Right. Smart on
And
their
it's
part, I think.
them to steer away from. I mean, you can't really attack. What are you going to attack about it? Because it's all stylistic,
Right.
right? So, and it's non-canon.
Right, which is the real curious part because they've, Lucasfilm currently has been very pro-canon on
That's right.
everything. Everything they want to make sure everything fits in a bottle,
Right.
and this is the first thing that fits outside of the bottle, which surprised the hell out of me because I was like, why didn't you just dictate it all? But I guess they didn't want to build a single universe for this, which works for me. If you can have Legends and Tales, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Well, this stuff, especially once you've watched all of them, they go so far in, and there's so many
Yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese influence choices that even like character design elements are so heavily anime and almost historic in many cases, right?
right.
That I'm looking at Gelman. It gets so hefty that they have to. There's no way they can make it canon and make it work. Because then
Right.
all of a sudden we got to bring in
Yeah.
a whole lot of
I mean,
samurai.
There's a lot of stuff that, like, if you just read the stories, they could fit the canon very easily.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I went through it, and I even figured out the timeline for everything, and it fits. But at the same time, I get it. You want to have that creative freedom for all these producers.
Well, I honestly,
That's
if they, I think I would like it if they made it canon within the story, so it's their legends. If it's our our characters,
Oh no, that would have been brilliant.
Right,
That would have
these are
required a lot, probably
right?
more legwork.
Yeah, this is the stories of what we enjoy because that's one thing we don't get from Star Wars because it's such a myth. We don't get their myths.
Yeah, the closest we got so far within the new canon is there is a Legends of Luke Skywalker book
You're right.
where Luke just listens to a bunch of people talking about stories about him,
Right.
and they're like over the top.
Only thing I'll say, I mean not only, but there's very few things, not to circle back, that Last Jedi did right, which is to me is that little ending sequence. It felt way out of place, but the kids not really understanding the idea of that. That's a nice little moment
Yeah.
where the legends of Jedi could exist in
Right.
tales
Yeah.
and all, and that connectivity is fantastic. But
Yeah.
I progressively, having watched them all with the exception of the Elder, which I don't know the number. We'll let Gelman get to that, but they.
I like how he's now just become Gelman.
It's my thing.
Tagged him Padawan for how many episodes? And here comes Drew.
Drew comes back and be like, "No, you're a new name."
Padawans have names, sir, and ours happens to be Gelman.
I'm gonna pull up his lower third and we'll scratch out Caleb and put Gelman.
But as they, I personally felt like they progressively got. I'm not a fan of anime, so they got progressively less interesting. Again, the exception being the Elder, which is right
7. It's 7. It's like near
7.
the end.
But they just got a little less interesting.
So there's
9.
There's 9.
9 of them.
Yep.
I thought there were
I've
10.
watched 6.
I've watched. 6.
You've watched 6, yes.
Now your last one
My last one was The Bride.
is The Bride 6.
No, The Bride is 4.
Yeah, you got a
Which
ways to
one's
go.
6?
6 is Toby.
Toby. Yeah.
Which is-
T0B1. 2B.
Yeah.
Okay, which one's 5?
5
Is
is
the one with
Is that
the
13?
ninth
the ninth Jedi.
The ninth
That's
Jedi.
ninth-
Jam, right?
I've seen
That's your
one.
jam.
I thought the one after that was the Bride one where they.
The
walk
Bride
up-
is before the ninth Jedi.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was half asleep.
So let's start from the from the
Right,
top.
right.
So and
We'll
and-
talk. We'll start.
and kinda-
We'll stop to where we've all seen, and the next week we'll
Yeah.
come back and talk
and,
about the rest.
And kind of going into that whole canon talk, I think the first one, the Duel, is probably the closest one that might get canon because it's actually getting a novel too.
No way.
A novel
Just
spinoff.
Look at the goosebumps. You can't see him, but I got him.
Okay,
'Cause
so-
it was fantastic to me. It was like
Yeah. So it's
that
gonna
was
follow.
the most Kurosawa thing we got out of the entire
Yeah.
piece.
Let's go ahead
Loved
and
it.
talk about it, and we can talk about the book,
All right. So the first episode is
The Duel.
The Duel.
The Duel.
Which really is a homage back to Seven Samurai.
Right. So
Yeah.
so right.
Like the artistic
but with
style,
one.
black and white.
It's black
with-
and white with just subtle hints of color.
I love it.
the astromedic droid with the straw hat.
Yep.
Is-
How about
They even added a filter, the noise filter, on top of the film.
but they
the
added
grain.
grain to it. And then the characters were fantastic outside of it.
Right.
The Poppins one was a little much.
Yeah.
But that's anime. That's how I always
Right.
feel like anime.
Right.
Anime is just a little much. You know,
Right.
it's like too much salt. One swirly blade, yeah, I'm cool, but suddenly you have an umbrella.
Yeah, but that's a Japanese weapon thing. That's,
Yeah, no, I get
that's so.
But
That's
the
Pretty
fact,
frilly drink thing.
the fact that we got a a Tuscan Raider
Yeah.
popping down,
Yeah.
being all, I was like, Scotty's gonna love that.
Yeah,
part.
I was like, I'm in.
Oh, yeah, and what about the
And it's Seven Samurai
Right.
stuff.
Trandoshan speaking basic?
Oh, I loved it then.
What?
And then
I
he,
didn't think
then
their
he
throats
becomes
worked that way.
Oh, it didn't matter.
and then he
to me.
becomes like fried lizard sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets toasted. You have it just the characters in that piece that was so Star Warsy and fun to me. That you brought up a great point earlier. That why does his lightsaber have a hilt in the sense of like an old samurai?
Well,
or,
why
I'm
does
sorry,
it have a sheath?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if he's, that's some good timing, like, like to get it come out to not ruin it. But
Maybe
was
this
neat.
maybe the sheath is Beskar
Ooh.
But why is it there?
because he looks cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
because he
yeah.
activates it before he pulls it out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
We're not.
Which is what we all do.
again, not
Vision,
canon. So it doesn't.
yeah, Visions is now in the rule of
Sometimes.
cool
Okay.
territory.
The younger you are, the younger you are, the easier it is to do that.
Just laugh the ones you like, folks. They're buried in here.
Sometimes you have to take the lightsaber out, windmill it,
What are you, Ric Flair?
and then it gets
Woo!
ignited.
No.
Woo!
No, plane ride from hell. No. Nope. Nope. Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm.
Sometimes you have to do the umbrella thing and spin it around.
Jesus. No.
Oh.
Nope.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you later.
Is it what I emoji'd you earlier?
Yes. A duel. You have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to bounce? Are we good with duel?
I think we're good with
Yeah.
that.
Where do you rank the? We're only gonna talk about 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Where do you rank that in your 4? Or we want to say that to the end?
Talked about one, so one.
Yeah, right now it's
Okay.
We'll talk at the end. We'll rank them.
But
Well, we'll rank them.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So, second one.
All right. Second one
a band.
is that one is
Tatooine
Tatooine Rhapsody.
Tatooine Rhapsody.
Which is phenomenally
Yeah,
fun.
and I like the art, the art style's fun.
I think the art. Yeah, I really dug the art style. I like the idea of like I'm going to survive Order 66 by being a lead singer of this terrible punk band.
So that's I'm glad you said that because I might have looked away or the kids were screaming or doing whatever. I didn't pick up I was just like, why'd that Jedi fall into a ship and not do anything?
Nope, he's a Padawan.
Got it.
Yeah, got rescued by the Hutt.
yeah.
Which was phenomenal and makes it that much better.
Right.
Yeah.
His eyes were so close together for a Hutt. Like they were right here.
Yeah, he was very floundery.
Yeah, it was kind of.
And then you got Tamura Morrison as Boba Fett.
Yeah, Tamara Morrison came as Boba Fett. So, I like the art
And I
style. I
believe
like
it
the
wa-
music. It was.
I mean, I believe it was Joseph
They
Gordon-Levitt.
look like little.
And it's-
Yeah,
they
that
look
was
like
Joseph
cute
Gordon-Levitt,
toys.
yeah.
They look like little toys. Like I want little figurines.
They were
of
for
them.
your
Was it
Infinity
Bobby
Game.
Moynihan as the Hutt?
That's exactly.
Yeah, Bobby Moynihan was the,
The Hutt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the Jedi.
Isn't Bobby canceled? No, Horatio got
Yeah,
canceled.
Yeah,
Horatio
Horatio
got
got
canceled.
canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went the Drake route.
yeah.
Okay.
So
I
we
don't know that, so you can tell me later.
So we
And
will
I'll
get.
trade stories.
Okay.
I doubt we get the blue guy back on the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it was just saying.
Yeah.
He's in the land of Cara Dune
Same.
now.
She's back, baby.
I hope he's
She's coming back.
way far past like
Donald Trump's gonna make her come back, y'all.
When Donald Trump takes back over,
Roll
becomes
Tide.
secret.
Each Utah.
Each Utah.
It's Each Utah. Thought you said you watched. It's Each Utah.
I like. I almost said Bohemian. Tatooine Rhapsody is, to me, is exactly what I want Envisions to be.
Right.
It was way outside the box. I wish the punk rock was a little bit better.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think.
It was still catchy, but not as
It
catchy
wasn't-
as it could
there
have
wasn't
been.
a hook in any of their music. That
Yeah,
was
but
my only issue with it.
that's also Japanese like
Yeah, that's
music. That's
No, I know, but
So
there's some great
it's-
Japanese
Well,
punk bands too, though.
It's the Japanese style of extragalactic music.
I wonder if.
Well, no,
which
I-
we
that's
can,
what I
we
which
don't
we
know what their
which,
music's
which
like.
we cannot say the name of on it. Well, we probably could.
Oh, jizz.
Jizz, yeah.
Yeah, but see, it's not,
Jizz.
it wasn't
Well, that
jizz.
wasn't
They're-
jizz.
They weren't
Yeah, it
playing
wasn't
jizz.
Jizz, but
That wasn't
although
that about me.
although the Cantina
that.
band was
Yeah, we have an
they were
explicit
jeal-
tag. We can say
yeah,
whatever we want
The
to.
Cantina band was pretty
Jew?
jealous of their song
Yeah,
going
there
all
There was
over.
a Cantina band. Well, let's face it, we're jealous of the other band's jizz
Or their own jizz.
or their jizz.
Yeah.
That's
They
because
thought their
they
jizz-
looked like it. Have you seen Figrin Dan in the modal nodes? They look like solidified.
Figure and Dan sounds like a really great sex act.
That's what I'm,
I'm about
saying.
to give you
There's
the Figure and
allegory
Dan.
for all of that.
He's a Bith, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're Biths.
Yeah.
Look at me remembering stuff.
Are they? Is there an
Biff.
S? Is it just
Or
No,
Biff.
it's
I think
Biff.
We are the
pluralized
Biff.
may be Biff.
Biff.
Because it's not. Oh, look, it's two sits.
Is it We Are Biff?
I don't
Bum,
think they have a
bum, bum, bum.
collective. I think it's
I think
just.
no.
They're
we
not the
could-
Borg.
Well, I'm Biff. Are you Biff? Yes, we are Biff. No?
I feel like I want to Biff
Yeah.
flat
Can
you.
someone?
Oh,
I'm so into that one. That was great.
I've missed you guys.
Before or after my Figure and Dan?
I'm gonna
Before the Figure Dan, after my emojis.
Oh my God, no. Well, we've done it again, folks.
circle gets the square.
It's
Yeah.
totally, and these ring lights are not helping me because I look over at Gelman for a second and then it's just,
I'm haloed?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all circle gets a square from this point forward.
I figured those would throw you off for a different reason, but that's not. Pretty. Well, oh no, Gelman's on the couch, so the ring light would
Yeah.
have to be looking at the couch for you to feel more comfortable, I think.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. I mean,
We are
I
earning
roll
that
back
tag.
in here and I'm just ripped
Yeah.
back down again.
That's what happens when you miss the whole
You
season.
said it wasn't a race. I'm just
Wabbit
saying.
season.
Duck season.
Wabbit season.
Hassenpfeffer.
That's right. Incorporated? We're going to do it.
Yeah.
Give us any chance, we'll take it. Give me any pun.
Did
I'll
Squiggy
make
just
it.
die? We just lost Squiggy this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lenny's still kicking, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's off with the rest of the Spinal Tap crew, usually
Yeah.
making their stuff.
Still.
And he's married to a Nana Tool.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's awesome.
They wrote like the Mighty Wind. Remember, you know that they wrote most of the Mighty Wind driving on September 11th because they were supposed to fly somewhere and they ended up having to drive, and so they basically wrote all the music to A Mighty Wind.
A Mighty Wind is one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's one of
his
yeah.
movies.
You have the
Best in Show and A Mighty Wind are like hand
Yeah.
in hand.
they're good one. So I
All
think
right,
that's Mighty Wind's my favorite. So
That's good.
because I like Bob Balaban on the stage talking about can you have 2D furniture against some of the actual representing.
Yeah.
It's like, first of all, it's not called furniture, it's a set.
Yeah.
And what about those wires? It slaps him on the back of the head. It makes
What
me
is
laugh.
that? Is the thing Home for Purim? Is that the?
No, that Home from Home was the.
Oh, that's the third one.
That's the
The
one. Yeah,
fourth one.
yeah. So
All right.
Number three.
Sorry.
Number 3.
I like our
is-
producer getting him
Yeah.
back on track. He's like,
So anyway,
So number 3 is one of my favorites, the Twins.
I knew you.
Really?
Of course, he likes the Twins. It's right up his alley.
Yeah. I have some theories too about
Oh, please. Actually, since you're such a fan, describe what happens and tell us your theories.
the clones of Luke are fighting each other. Let's be honest, they're clones of Luke.
Are they clones of Luke? Or are they clones of
Luke. Yeah. Because they use the same technology that we see in Rise of Skywalker to create the twins. And
I said I didn't catch that. So, cause
I mean, I some of it was there. I didn't.
it's
see
it's
it
in like
directly.
quick. They do like the quick flashback of how they were made. And
yeah, I
it's-
remember that.
yeah.
That's just tied
And
into
like the red,
Rise of
it's got
Sky-
like the same like red like little clone pods.
colorblind. Never knew it was red.
Fair.
Anyway, so what happened is brother clone twin says, "I don't want to shoot this Death Star twin ship."
So they got
Yeah.
they've
Which
got
is the-
they hooked up 2 Star Destroyers and put
Yeah.
a ring light between it.
Yeah.
So it would shoot a
then
Death Star
the
laser.
they
Crystal.
put a Star Trek nacelle
Right.
between the two.
Yeah.
They
But
basically
still-
they basically looked at Rise of Skywalker and said, "How can we make it bigger?"
Like
what
to
she
me
said.
that like, but this the Gemini class Star Destroyer is the only thing of value in that episode for me. I was like, I dig it.
You see that in
Yeah.
X-wing?
Yep. It's like,
and they're using kyber crystals and prototype armor that the twins have to wear in order
Yeah.
to set it off.
Well, but they don't know if it's gonna work or not.
they
no
don't.
matter
Yeah,
what.
they say that it will at least go off, but they might die.
Yeah.
And the girl is evil, and the boy is not so evil. He's like evil light.
Yeah, he's neutral because he says he doesn't even care about the Republic either.
Yeah, but he snuck an X-wing on board the Star Destroyer. No one questioned that.
it was the plainest X-wing I've ever seen.
Well, actually, what I thought was interesting is looking at the ships in that sequence. There was like it looked like they hybridized technology.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause it looked like there was an A-wing there. It was just kind of a smattering of weird ships all thrown together.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a nice little idea. And I was like, oh, they've just been collecting shit and just like piling
Maybe.
it in there.
Yeah.
But like,
or
that
he
was,
has.
that was a pristine X-wing. Like,
Yeah.
there was no scorch marks. There was no markings. I mean, it was like just gray
Yep.
or
It-
white even.
Yeah.
That guy buff it out for him. It's great.
Yeah. He had his droid to do it. Our duo.
Yeah.
I like the name of
Yeah,
that.
it should be
I-
our do-over.
Yeah.
I liked the fight though. I liked the
Yeah, it's so this is definitely, if you had not shut off your brain yet, this is the episode to do it, because at this
This
point,
is when Caleb smoked a doobie and was just like, I'm just gonna chill. Just
because this is the point where they just say, "Oh, space? No, we don't need helmets. Forget that."
Right.
Yeah.
But they kind of do that in Star Wars anyway.
But even
This is
more
a
so,
lot
this
of
is more
disbelief up to
so.
this
Oh
point.
yeah.
Like they straight up just have a fight.
The only thing I could think of was like, at first I was trying to justify it. I was like, maybe they project like
I know. I did the same
6
thing.
feet of atmosphere on the outside of the Star Destroyers, right? Just so people can go work on them, not droids. And then they're like start flipping up in the sky and having
Okay.
fights in the middle. And I'm like,
he rides on the nose of an X-wing
yes.
via hyperspace.
And then he uses his lightsaber to cut the twin engine in half.
yeah,
So this is how I looked at it.
and barely cuts her suit.
Yeah.
I looked at it and went, oh, it's an anime, and
That's exactly.
But
that-
since
I
I don't
Yep, that's it.
anime,
I don't either.
That's also why I don't like anime.
As I don't anime. I don't. It's like
I mean, I like Cowboy Bebop.
it's
but-
like I
Did you watch the new intro? You know the intro's out. The
No,
live action intro's out.
no, I didn't see it
Just
yet.
dropped 3 hours ago. You hadn't
Well,
seen it
but
yet?
no, I've been busy.
We've been working.
Well, I drop everything for Cowboy Bebop. So
Everything.
yes,
Okay.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
Emojis.
I think this episode's going to be called "I'll Show You Later."
Welcome back, Drew. I'll show you later.
he only made it for one episode of season 3.
We've literally told everybody at the beginning of every episode what he puts where.
Yeah.
The
He puts the man into Mendo's.
Yeah. Or Men in Demandos. Either way.
Yeah.
Depends on my mood.
All we know is a fresh maker.
Right. I thought it was fine.
Yeah,
It was meh.
No, I didn't think it was bad.
I still liked it better than the band one.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
my dear
yeah,
Lord.
I mean-
It's okay.
Lord.
As Gelman says, you can like what you like.
I'm allowed.
You're allowed. He's not allowed.
At this point, Gelman's like, mute.
No, I'm not.
Well,
Probably called him Gelman. Damn it.
right?
It's happened.
It's stuck.
It's stuck. Next, Gelman.
Next is the one I think we all kind of agree we don't like is The Village Bride.
Ooh, no, I
I
loved it.
enjoyed it.
I
I
actually
just
loved
know I
it.
could never get married on that
Okay.
planet.
Okay.
Yeah, so I enjoy the idea.
It's
of,
just, yeah.
that's the first time that they bring in what I felt like was, well, the duel has a lot of clear Japanese influence.
Yeah.
But that one felt very much like here's taking some level of tradition and putting it into a new world. So I was cool with it.
Yeah.
And so I liked the
Okay,
development.
yeah.
I really dug that tradition. I just know I'd end up being a Jedi if I had the Force because I'd be celibate because I'm not getting a bride up that mountain on my back. Like
You
never
love that
happened.
girl, you would.
Huh?
Yeah, you love that girl. You'd climb that mountain.
Man.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
If it was that big, maybe.
No,
I mean, but-
you
Put
use
her in a
the
chair, strap her to your back,
I mean,
and go.
Hey,
but
you just-
also you don't have to carry her. He just chose to. He made that
So you
clear.
want me to have my neighbor prove his love for his wife is better? Come on. Come on.
your wife would be like, "Why didn't you carry
She'd
me?"
be like, my feet were dirty, bitch. What happened? Christine's feet were clean when she
Yeah.
made it to the top of the mountain. Because that was
There's-
her excuse.
Yeah.
It was his excuse. I don't want your feet dirty.
I was like, "Bring a basin of water."
There's a creek right there.
Yeah, but see,
Where's
I
she?
liked that little moment of weird religious tradition.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
neat.
yeah.
No,
It
that's
was for a
Yeah.
planet. It felt like the first time they brought in a
Right.
And
It was very cultural.
Right. It's very
And I know we talked about, or you did. I think we touched on it. I know we touched on it before the episode about the sabers in the duel. Like
Yeah.
were very katana, very like they weren't very. They were
Yeah.
katanas, but I liked hers in the Bride
Yeah.
better.
Oh, her blade was incredible.
It was so, and then it had that cool little hilt that popped out, so it looked like that
Had the
traditional.
square- Yep.
Yep.
But then it had a light under it. Like I was like, oh, if this is Star Wars world.
But there was
that's the
some
one I
weird stuff
want.
in it though. So
And
now
I'm
you
trying to
have a
remember.
Jedi-
I'm trying to remember the lightsaber on this one. This is where they actually did kind of the flat.
Yep,
That was
there was the
traditional
flat
katana. It was
blade.
almost
Yeah.
dark saber style.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
it was
that's-
so
That's
cool.
I like the
sick.
lightsaber in this one.
So my
And then she beats up like not Zizor.
Yeah, but you have a sniper Jedi. You have a Jedi sniper.
I don't think he was a Jedi.
I think he was just a bounty hunter.
I think he was just the.
He had
He-
robes and stuff.
so
No, he just looked. He dressed like a Jedi. To me.
I was trying to
Yeah.
find a quick simile, but I
I-
missed it. So go.
I liked the lore in it. My problem was I think it was too long to get to. There's that middle chunk where they have the dinner, and that's a little too long to get to the point.
Well, they could have. You needed that just to know that that was where they told you I guess also the timeline.
That's also
And
where
they-
they set up that
Right,
middle
right,
part is
but
where
it-
they set up the villain.
Right, but
That's
it-
where they
but
finally
it-
said,
but
"Here's
it's-
the bad
it's-
guy."
But it's almost like in the middle of the second act.
Yeah.
And and so to me
Yeah.
it just felt a little long-winded. It's like
No,
you-
I agree. I think the front half of the
like-
carrying sequence could have been cut down dramatically.
that
Yeah.
and then the back half of like this is the planet's memories. We just show a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And then go to the dinner, cut that so you because you got to establish that they're going to take this bride. That's why they're doing all this. And then it was just it was fine. It's just to me it was too
Then
long.
there was that weird little sister like, hey, here's our bandanas.
Yeah,
and
we're all gonna fight this, and it's
Yeah.
like, no, you're not.
There's like 6 of you, but like.
and
there were
I
4
like the
bad
idea
guys,
that
so
the raiders that they set up were individuals who just when the Empire fell. is
Right.
What I'm assuming. happened.
This is supposed to be after the Clone Wars.
I'm sorry.
So
yeah,
Separatists.
The separatists, yeah.
Separatists fell. They took control of. That's cool to me.
Yeah,
that's a
they're
cool
Yeah.
like,
little.
I mean,
look at this little
That's
toy
Mando.
brain.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, it's a
Made
Mandalorian
rep.
moment in post.
I mean,
I
Order
mean, I
66.
really
Yeah.
dug that episode.
I mean, it's exactly what you would assume the pirates did after the Clone Wars ended. You would assume some of these criminal organizations would have been like, "Ooh, free droids."
right, give me that brain. See that big donut up there? Go get me that brain.
Yeah, it was fine. It's just like I said, it wasn't my favorite.
I just
Yeah.
was he not a Faline almost?
Kind
I
of.
mean, he probably wasn't, but he looked like Zizor.
It kind of looked like Caesar.
Yeah.
I thought he was a
He might have been just human, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Like he
it
looked
was-
like a combination of like Sly Moore and Zizor.
yeah.
So what's the one after that?
The one after that is the Ninth Jedi.
Yep.
Which
I've seen.
so you see
Yeah.
up to
Yep.
5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought I saw 6.
Yeah.
Because I thought I only had 1 to 3 left because I couldn't remember.
So this is the one. I barely remember this one. So it's
So this is the one where a bunch of Jedi. This is like supposed to be after Episode 9, actually.
I
Where
didn't realize that. That's
yeah.
interesting.
So because they talk about Jedi are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a
So I thought
long
that
time
could've been-
after.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a long time after.
And I.
to
Sorry.
the point there's no lightsabers, and so this guy basically put out a call to like Force users and people that he sensed were good, and said, "Hey, I've built some lightsabers, and I want to bring peace to the galaxy again. So come meet up if you want them."
What I really liked, the concept in this episode that I really liked was the crystal itself.
Oh
shifting.
yeah.
oh yeah, that was cool.
Oh,
That was
dude,
cool.
like
the
they
clear
tuned
one?
it to
Yeah.
your force
Force
level.
level,
yeah.
yeah.
I was like,
That was
I
pretty
wish
cool.
that were canon because that's
Right.
a cool.
That's a cool
concept.
thing.
Because
And that- you never know,
she
that-
goes
that may pick and choose.
clear. She's like, it's first of all, it's like a clear Koran horn, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
long and a small one.
Yeah,
It's
like
long.
it's clear. Yeah, and because I was discussing it, and I was like, I guess it's clear, but like it has like the black outline just so we can see
Just
it.
so we can see it, right?
Yeah.
Because it would be really bad drawing if
Yeah.
they're just like.
Oh, there's nothing here. Oh, my arm.
But then, like at the end, when she's like gold or whatever color it ended
Yeah.
up being, I was like,
And
Oh,
the-
it was cool.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah,
sequence was cool.
that twist though, I love when they all get their lightsabers, and then
Yeah.
you see.
oh, by the way, spoilers for Visions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're gonna listen, you should have watched it. This is on you.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
Our live studio audience has just left. I'm just kidding.
But our live studio audience doesn't care.
Yeah, Bubba doesn't care. He'll watch it anyway.
Yeah.
He'll forget
So
by
spoil
the
it.
time we leave the
Yeah.
room.
So yeah.
That's
Bubba's
the
like a
same thing.
goldfish.
But yeah. So all but one of the people who show up to get their lightsabers are Sith.
Right.
They
Right.
just because Kiki Delivery Service brings the lightsabers and says, "Here's what my dad built," and she's like, "And we gotta save my dad because he's been captured by some raiders working for the Sith." And the boss man comes out and says, "Oh, I was actually inside this droid the whole time, so
Yeah.
I could spy on
he was
y'all."
Total. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was fun.
And they pick up their lightsabers, and all but one turn out to be evil.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't. Like, I wanted him to get out of the robot and be like, the galaxy's in Orion's belt. Let's fight.
Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, there was an epic fight.
Little Men in Black reference.
Yeah, epic fight that ended with one of the bad guys becoming good because
Yep.
he got a purple lightsaber.
Because he got a purple one. And I was like, oh. And I even saw it. Right? Like, I was like, it
But
didn't
was
go
he
blue.
under their control?
So what?
It was a
I'm
weird-
based on what the guy that called them there said. He was like, "Oh, you were never really evil. You were just getting the pull of the dark side."
Right.
And so because so many Sith were around, that kind of influenced you.
Well, he's not as strong then as the other kid. Not the
Yeah,
girl,
the
but
kid,
other
yeah.
The one kid was like, "I'm good this whole time."
Yeah, he had like the
clear,
blue,
clear.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no,
Oh,
no.
the
He had
one
the
that-
blue
He had
lightsaber.
blue or
Yeah,
something. Like,
yeah, the
No,
blue
but I love
lightsaber.
clear, gold.
and it was a great shot too. It was
Yeah.
like right near her face. It was cool.
I did have a problem with this episode. It was a great episode.
Yeah.
But I had one problem. He's like, I can't remember, Boofa, whatever the guy, the master.
Oh yeah. The one that called him there.
Yeah. He's like, we will help you find your father. However, we got to go like save the galaxy first.
Because we gotta find like the other Jedi
Right,
that I
so-
actually called here that were.
But she's like, but literally he's being taken right now.
And that's something where, and it's something I've already told Scotty. I would like to see spinoffs for a lot of these episodes, especially because I want more.
Episode 2.
I want more because this would be something that I would see as a series where the continuation would be a combination of them saving her dad and finding the other Jedi.
And I honestly like this episode as a potential canon future, including this new way of making sabers that attune themselves.
Yeah,
like,
like eventually
fluidly.
And it makes sense because it's in the future, so it works.
Right,
works
so
out
you
for
can
me.
just do whatever you want. Like
Right.
here,
It's just a long time ago.
hey, Taika, here's your seed.
Right.
Yeah.
Go make a trilogy.
Totally forgot Taika was making Star Wars movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he can stop making me jealous
So-
with his 2 girls.
Word. Circle gets a square.
Did you not see the pictures with him and Tessa Thompson and what's her name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Disney was mad at him for a minute. You can't have public pictures like this.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue talking about it.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is-
What's in
oh,
Toby's
that's a
in-
hallway.
So
I was like, what did I turn up on my phone? Oh, it's a hallway. That is a very naughty hallway.
So Toby slash TOB1 slash
Nobody else has seen that, right?
2B1.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
So you've not
What?
seen Toby.
What is it about?
That's the robot. The
It's
robot
the Mega
one.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
It's Mega Man.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
Okay, so we will have to.
It's Pinocchio. It's Mega Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have to hold
Um,
off on that one, I guess.
Yeah.
My brain. Speaking
Taika?
of goldfish. Oh yeah.
I can't wait. We'll talk about Toby next week, but I'm definitely gonna make a Kunta Kinte joke. I'm just
Yes,
I'm just
please
gonna
go for it.
It's just gonna happen.
So if you
Rita
what's your
Ora was the third, and
oh yeah what's your ranking on those then?
So, for me, number one is Tatooine Rhapsody. The Tools, the Duel. I'll go the Ninth Jedi third, the Bride fourth, Twins fifth.
Yeah.
Look at me remembering those.
I'm gonna go dual. I mean, it's a little racy.
and that's all it was. And Disney got mad at him.
I gotta go find it so I can put
Yeah.
it so everyone
Yeah.
can see the picture.
Yeah,
I know. I remember
It's a
what
little
it.
racy. Whatever.
Yeah.
Is
They're
it
trying to
racing?
be-
it's not.
It's not
I know,
racing.
it's a
But
little racy
because
to Disney,
because it's it's a poly. It's
potentially
a,
that's it, but maybe they're making gestures that are
no. They were just canoodling.
I
You,
love the
you were
word
allowed
canoodle.
to canoodle
Yeah.
like
I don't know,
in the
man.
1900s.
I like canoodle. That's a good word.
I don't know. I'm not going to judge it. I just think it's.
I kind of want to name this episode Canoodle.
I'll show you later.
That's
What's a canoodle? I'll show you later.
So you're
I
ranking.
do dual, ninth, bride, band, and then the last one is the. I like the band a lot,
Right.
but those just held. The band's almost a tie for me because I
Mhm.
enjoyed it so much. But if I'm gonna really rank them, what I would probably
Sure.
watch again.
Your
that's what I do.
parameters.
Yeah.
All right. Bride. Because I really like the Bride.
Yeah.
Dual ninth. What do I think? What are those?
It's got to be this
Oh.
twins and then.
I can't. Rhapsody Twins.
You
Okay.
said earlier that you liked twins better than Rhapsody.
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
They're
you said.
both garbage.
Gelman, what you got?
So I
Wait,
have,
wait. The band is not garbage.
It is not.
No.
I didn't like
No,
I mean,
it is not.
not garbage.
I mean,
It's fun.
it's at the bottom of my list, but it's not
It's
garbage.
not garbage.
It's Star Wars garbage, which is better than Star Trek Gold. Is that okay?
Gold Press Platinum. I ain't gonna fight him for that.
So I actually made my list earlier for one of the chats I'm in, and I put Ninth Jedi is my number one. The Duel is immediately following.
I like how we all put like the duel either one or two.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
It's a great opening.
The Twins, Village Bride, and then Tatooine Rhapsody.
Interesting.
I guess we can kind of talk about we can go back actually, since we still have a little bit of time, talk about the Duel some more, because they are making a book.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know that.
See, I'm not interested. I think the story's told. What more do you want?
It's
I
gonna be
want
the
to
prequel.
know. I want to know: is
Give it a lead up.
he OG Sith that is now Sith hunting? Is he bounty hunter that killed his first Sith and used that crystal?
No, it's going well. If
'Cause
it
he's got-
does
he's got
follow,
that
he's a
red-
Ronin,
He's right.
which would make him Sith probably. If they're going
Okay.
to follow the concept of Seven Samurai, he's a Ronin, so he'd be Sith who enlightened himself away from it.
Or what if he's a gray Jedi?
Yeah.
I was that
Nope.
was straight
No,
face.
please
Nope.
say that. Please say that in all seriousness, so you can get Freddie Prinze Jr. on here to cuss at us for 20 minutes.
Yes, Freddy.
I want to watch Kanan rip it open.
I don't want Kanan to rip me open. I like Kanan too
It
much.
surfaced again. Like literally, I watched it 4 days ago. That whole-
Yeah, I
it.
watched
the
it
thing.
again too.
It's surfacing on TikTok now.
Oh, good.
So there's a whole new audience that's like watching Kanan. Be
Rip-
like, I got this
rip a
direct
new
from
one.
George fucking Lucas, mother. I mean, like, just it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, that's great.
So, I think the episode at least implies heavily that he was ex-Sith.
Yeah.
And now at least has become a Sith hunter of some sort because of all those red crystals. Like each crystal has a story that could be told but doesn't need to be.
Well, if we're gonna,
Or-
I mean, it's not a non-canon story, but if we're gonna do canon stuff, I mean, they could have just been bled anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have been Jedi crystals that bled. So.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Or that's literally his second fight, and the first one also had an umbrella with like 16
Oh my God,
kyber.
yes.
And he's just like, it looks
Yeah,
like
but
I'm
hers
really
was
good.
just one.
Yeah,
Hers
it turned
was.
out, yeah.
Oh yeah, but the previous.
The previous one, what if
Right.
it was one that had like
I
Wolverine
just-
claws?
I
There's
just
6
feel-
right there.
I just feel no matter, like a book comes out, I still would just be disappointed. Like, we come up with better stuff in our head anyway. And I like the fact that it lives in this perfect little bubble.
No, I'm with you. I just find it fascinating that they would spin that off.
I
What timeline is that?
So from what I've looked into, so it is weird. So it,
Star Wars.
but this is even weirder because so when you look at the armor, you see stormtroopers on a lot of those guys, and like you look at the technology, it looks like it would be after Episode 6 or even 9.
They look like
But-
First Order to me.
But like I did some research, and it's supposed to be like the earliest Set 1. Like it is even before Episode 1. It's supposed to be like after the
What?
initial Sith like splitting, and then they got their asses beat by the Jedi. And so that's why there's so few Sith.
So the
Again,
duel's supposed to be prequel era.
yeah, but
almost in the Highness era or whatever.
even pre Bane.
Wow.
And then
Interesting.
the Elder we'll talk about because I know where that
Yeah.
is on the timeline. That's post Bane.
I think the
Oh,
Ninth
fantastic.
Jedi makes a better book. I kind of agree with you, Caleb, on that. I think it would make a better series or something more so than like I watched the duel and it's great. I really like it, but I'm like I was satisfied with it. I
Yeah.
didn't need to I need
mean,
more of this.
It was a one shot.
Yeah.
You don't need
Yeah.
I don't want to. So I guess.
But
the
if
only
you're
thing-
gonna give more, I want a show. Like I get why the
Because
book,
books are hard.
like I get, but like
Reading sucks.
more because like the whole point of this was to present like anime, you know.
Right.
and
Absolutely.
So then we need a manga.
A manga.
a manga. Ooh, yes.
You got to read it backwards, right?
Yeah.
Right to left.
Yeah, there actually is a High Republic manga that's now out.
Top to down,
I need to read
right
that.
to left. I think.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Oh, that's
So I guess we'll hit the next 3 next week.
Sure.
Next
4.
7, 8, 9, 4.
4. Math is hard. I told you. I don't do math.
However,
I'm a store. I do
here's
math.
the opening to Growing Pains.
I just read the facts.
Hold on. I
I
almost
did
went
too.
because I was like, no, I got my Greatest American Hero in my head.
Believe it or not,
I walk.
That was the first record I ever owned. Was
Same
that
here.
single?
You know, I had that and I had a little 45 on my Fisher Price record player.
Me too.
Of Queen. Another One Bites the Dust. Have I told this story on the
No,
air
you
before?
haven't.
And I would like put my head down to the carpet because I thought that's what I was talking about. I had no idea. Another One Bites the I was playing the carpet.
The first 45 I
motion.
owned that was mine. That
What you
wasn't
do.
wasn't
That's-
like
I didn't know. I thought you were supposed to lay on the ground.
the first record I owned that wasn't like a storybook, like a Disney storybook record, was "Turn on Your Hard Lights,
Oh no!
Let It Shine Wherever You Go."
I can't wait for you gentlemen to
You,
watch.
well, you didn't know that because you don't like ET.
No.
Yeah, he's scared of ET.
E.T. bothered me as a kid.
It's the only movie that scared me as a child.
Invaders from Mars. I still can't watch it to this day.
I can't watch
No, we're
it.
doing that on the Catacomb.
No,
babe.
bitch, I won't do it.
I can't watch. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
Somebody will be stepping in on that one.
no ETs.
I'll hold your hand. It'd be great.
No, it freaks me out. That movie.
We'll be like, it'd be fine. I
No,
got
it
you.
freaks me out. I'll trigger that and Communion, Fire in the Sky. Those three. I'm out.
Oh yeah, Fire in the
And
Sky
the
scares the
Sky.
hell out of me. I'm like,
Was that was the one with Elliot in it, right?
what?
The
Fire in
kid
the
that
Sky?
played Elliot.
Yeah, Henry Thomas.
Henry Thomas.
Is he in Fire in the Sky?
I can't remember. All I know is like,
No, that's J.B. Smooth. No, it's J.D. Evermore. J.D.
all I know is that when the thing went in the guy's eye, I was like, I'm out.
T.B. Sweeney
It's out.
and Patrick. Who's Terminator? T-1000.
Well,
T-2000.
Jason Patrick.
no.
No.
Jason Patrick's in
It's his-
Lost
it's-
Boys.
The lead singer is Filter is his Richard Patrick, and his name
Jason
is
Patrick.
No.
That's
Robert.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah, I forgot that because he was in Nine Inch Nails first, and then went to Filter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had forgotten all about that.
Have you seen that meme going around that says someday some kid will know Trent Reznor only as a great
Yeah.
composer?
He's right.
One time he was in a band, I think. and whatever. It's great.
And yes, the kid from ET was in Fire in the Sky.
That's what I was
Yeah.
just looking up. I was like, I know he was
Yeah,
in
That's
Fire in
that's
the
why
Sky.
we have a producer. He
why we
does
have
that.
Gelman,
that's
sir.
Gelman's job is to look.
That's interesting that he was
He's
in
our
that-
Jamie from like Joe Rogan. So
He's pretty fast. He's like Jamie fast.
He is Jamie Fast. That's why we have him.
Yeah.
Just pay him in chicken sandwiches. He'll be all right. I have not paid him today in chicken sandwiches. Last week we paid him in chicken sandwiches. He was happy.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. I don't want this to end
I'm sorry it has to.
because we might not have Drew next week.
I'll get him back next week.
Maybe. Sarah's should be off next week.
So,
So, so you'll be with her?
No. That's when I can do things.
It's like, no.
No. Spend time with my
Wife,
No.
no.
See her Monday through Friday. Weekends belong to me. Every other weekend belongs to me.
That's not a good sign. Okay.
Oh, she works. She has to work every other weekend.
I know.
She's in retail. You understand?
I thought you were going to go and then that did not go the direction
Yeah.
I thought it was.
She's in rehab.
She's in rehab.
She's in rehab. She gets out, smokes a bunch of weed on Tuesdays. She's back in on Fridays.
Well, this is Scotty saying this is our contribution to the multiverse. Go out to make yours, and may the force be with you.
I knew you were going to say that.
Wait, now I am curious. Did we change the ending?
No, you were supposed to say this is the way.
Oh yeah, that's it. This is the way.
He spoke after a while.
Yeah. I've spoken. Bye.